Hi, so my name's Calvin Kim. I'm the Product Experience Manager at Porsche Cars North America. We're looking at a 2014 Panamera SE Hybrid. Some unique features that differentiate the SE Hybrid from the regular Panamera S. Visually, right off the bat, you'll notice the acid green trim, acid green calipers, the hybrid badge on the doors, as well as the Panamera logo on the back. All are have that acid green treatment. That's kind of like the distinguishing characteristic. On the inside, that carries over with a unique power meter gauge. Instead of a speedometer, we replaced it with a power gauge that shows you how much power you're putting into the system with your right foot. All the needles are also acid green also, as well. Obviously, powertrain-wise, the Panamera S has a twin turbocharged V6. This one has a supercharged V6. Makes 333 horsepower on its own. The electric system drives just the rear wheels, mated with the 9.4 kilowatt lithium-ion battery, you can go about 22 miles on pure electric mode. There's a couple of driving modes on this car, which kind of help differentiate it from other plug-in hybrids. Obviously, when you first turn on the car, you have regular hybrid mode, and that the computer will do whatever it wants to do to make sure you have an ideal driving experience. You can put it in e-power, which prioritizes the battery. In fact, it'll use the battery until it's either drained or you put the pedal down to the floor in which the gas engine will light up. To help you keep it in electric mode, because clearly that's what you want to do by putting it in e-power mode, we put a small haptic feedback little notch on the pedal. So as you're pushing down on the pedal, it'll kind of lightly stop. And that's when you're basically, when you have the foot to the floor in electric mode. You push through that little stopper and the gas engine will turn right on. Not only do we have that haptic feedback, we also have a gauge on the on-dash TFT screen that tells you your load, the load that you're commanding out of the engine. And when you exceed a certain value on the gauge, the gas engine will also turn on. The other mode we have is the e-charge mode, and what that is basically charge parity mode, where you'll take excess power from the engine and use that to spin up the generator to generate electricity for the car. This is a very good mode if you're traveling a long distance and you know you're going to be in EV mode in a little bit. You can hit the e-charge button and charge up the battery while you're driving. From empty at highway speeds, it takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to charge the battery for when you're cruising along. And the final mode, of course, is the mode that's near and dear to all Porsche enthusiasts, and that's sport mode. And that's where the car hunkers down on its air suspension, steering tightens up, the throttle pedal becomes a little bit more sensitive, the traction control and stability control limits go up a little bit, give you a little bit more room to play with the car. That's obviously a hallmark of any Porsche you can get. This is the European spec car, so this has a German plug on it. But the US models will obviously have the SAE J1772 plug on it. During the presentation, Trent Warnke mentioned the timer override button, and that's it right here. You can set the car to recharge at a given time, and should you happen to go to your friend's house or your office or some other business that has a charge port, you can just, instead of erasing all that timer information, simply push the button and it'll just start charging right away. And of course, just like Trent mentioned, you can also do all that through your cell phone with the Porsche Connect app.
This car is, it comes standard with the charger, and the charger plugs into both 110 and 220. So you can see, you can actually swap this plug. So this one's for 220, but you should basically just pop this off and swap, put on a 110 plug. Same equipment, does both 110 and 220, and it comes standard with the car. It's pretty cool. And then this also plugs into, it inserts into a wall box. We have a charging dock, so you mount a dock on your wall, and then this just slides into it, so it hangs up nice on your wall in your garage.
We said some very cool stuff. Ken Gross, of course, helping again.
Ken was it.